We're the Persuasions, and you're watching the Jersey Spotlight.
To the Jersey Music and Video Spotlight. I'm TommyPetillo.
And I'm Ronnie I. And here we are, Tom. Is this a dream?
Maybe it is, Ronnie.
Are we in the dungeon of doo-wop?
This is
the basement of time?
Time. The basement of time. That'll work.
Well, actually, we should tell where we are. This is a special show tonight. There's a concert going on above our heads.
That's right.
We're in the basement. This is the Park Theater in Union City, New Jersey. I guess this theater must be 100 years old.
It feels like it. No air conditioning, but we'll be fine.
And it's kind of nostalgic. Get that nostalgic feeling. And we have a couple of groups the next couple of weeks on. We're going to concentrate tonight on the Persuasions.
Right.
The granddaddy of all the Acapella groups.
That's right.
And we're going to be back with them. And what else are we doing tonight? With a little flashback?
Flashback. Vox 1 will be here, right?
Yes.
I think. Let's hope, anyway.
We'll grab anybody we can.
And by the way, this is the first Acapella Summit here, right?
This is actually comes from California and to East Coast first time here. I was instrumental in getting him to Park Theater. They hate me for that, but you know.
Oh, I don't think so.
But it's a big weekend, and but we're really excited to have the Persuasions here, be here live with us. They're legends, and it's a perfect setting, and we've got perfect scenery. What else could you ask for?
There's going to be a lot coming your way, so stay with us, and we're going to have some great acapella for you tonight. See you in a little while.
Yes, I'm fine.
Oh, we got singing in the background here, right?
Away from home.
You just heard our featured CD. Welcome back to Jersey Spotlight, Volume 9 of Dynamite Group Sounds. And speaking of Dynamite Group Sounds, listen to this Dynamite Group.
Teardrops fell on Mama's notes when I read the words she wrote. She said, son, we sure do miss you. Come on home. Well, I really didn't have to pack. All I owned was on my back. Now I'm 500 miles away from home. And how you doing?
Guys, that's what you call acapella heaven. Wonderful, wonderful. This is a very special occasion here on Jersey Spotlight. Tommy, we've got the group. We've got the acapella group, 1964.
Yeah.
Jayotis, Jerry, Joe, and who's that? That guy looks familiar. Bernard Jones making his debut tonight, right? With the Persuasions, upstairs here in the Park Theater. And Jimmy.
Yes, and we say the Lord works in mysterious ways. So Joe came and said, I got a guy, Lawson, you know him. I said, where's from the Dubs? I said, what's that? I say, BJ. BJ in the band. I said, no. I should have said
Bernard Jones. Bernard's the best. Bernard has a lot of talent, and he's been around so long. Yeah, he is great.
I said,
Yeah,
this is good. This is good.
and he's very
And we
dependable.
all had the same thought.
Yeah. So what have you guys been doing? I haven't seen you for about 2 years now, right?
Well, we've been in Greece,
You've been in Greece,
Alaska,
Alaska.
Colorado, Nevada, all of these unknown places. And
Never heard of any of those places, but anyway.
And we just finished our 20th album.
20th album.
Which, on Rounder, which will be out in a couple of weeks.
Could you imagine?
days next week.
Shipping date was next week.
Days next
We're
week.
talking about 32 years. 32 years we're talking about now, right? Yeah. You started on was it Capitol, right? The first album? With Stan Krause going way back?
I tell you, it really, with Capitol, which was straight Frank Zappa's.
No, that was Warner Brothers, straight reprise.
That was Frank
Yeah.
Zappa. That was
Frank Zappa, he's
Frank Zappa.
passed away
Yeah.
a while ago now, yeah.
That's
He must have,
He gave us our first recording contract, and he heard us over the telephone in Jersey the city.
At the State Theater.
You know, I think if it wasn't for you guys, I know in the mid-'60s there was a lot of amateur a cappella, but a cappella's held its own throughout the years, and I think it's really, you guys should take full credit for it. I mean, there are people singing Temptation songs today that don't even know they're Temptations. They say, no, that's the Persuasions.
Yeah.
Is that correct? You get credit for that because how did you come up with this material at the beginning when you started in '64? You had to come up with material. You had no band. This had to be a cappella. Now, what determined what you could sing a cappella, and who arranged this?
Well, first, you know, it was a favor. It was fate. It was an act of God, because we had a guy to play guitar, but every time we would get a little gig, we couldn't find him, and so our bass singer, we say, well, you don't have to take the place of the guy, and so we just start filling in ourselves. And the old lady hollered to us out the window one night, and she said, you know, you guys sound good. You don't need no band, and we took it from there.
Well, I guess you guys have gospel backgrounds, I'm sure. And you had really no band with a gospel background, too, right? In churches. All from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Correct, right?
Well, the Persuasions
From Brooklyn.
The Persuasions was born in Brooklyn.
Yes.
Well, none of us are from Brooklyn. You know, North Carolina, Florida, Detroit. Jimmy is from.
Oh, you originated, but you formed in Brooklyn. Of course, you all came up here, yeah. And this fella goes back to a group called the Interiors. I don't know if you people know Darling Little Angel. But we're going to take a little break now. We'll be back with more with the Persuasions. Maybe you guys can come in with another song like that.
Sure.
Okay. So this is Jersey Spotlight with Tommy Petillo and yours truly, Ronnie I. And we should be back in a minute.
All right.
A featured CD, Dynamite Group Sounds Volume 9. Next week we'll do Volume 10. 26 explosive group sides is an important. It has the greatest obscure rhythm and blues, rock and roll, vocal group sounds. You're hearing night after night the derbies we came in, but enough of this. We have our special guest right here, the world famous Persuasions. You've been all over the world.
Yeah.
If you had a place to live in this world and to retire and have a lot of money and have a mansion, and have, where would you pick?
Apopka, Florida. That's where I'm from.
Okay.
That's where I live now.
How about you, Jay?
I think I would go back to Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan.
Well, I'd go to Israel.
Okay. And Bernard?
Hey, I'm a real New Yorker.
You'll stay in New York. Right. Stay there.
I'm used to the water now.
Okay, what's new? What's the new project you're working on now? I know you're still performing. You see the name Persuasions, whether it's a club or whether it's like tonight, a theater, you make sure you're there because these guys are the best. And for you aspiring a cappella groups who would like to learn something about this music, these are the masters. So
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
you catch them, right?
All right. Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, I probably wouldn't have an organization called UGHA for 20 years if it wasn't for the Persuasion. Think about it.
All right.
There wouldn't be any a cappella groups to sing, and where would we be?
Right on. Right on.
Hey!
Yeah.
The new album is being shipped as we talk. What's the day? This is Friday. That was shipped Wednesday. Wednesday was
Okay.
shipping date, and the new album is called
Round the Records.
Round the Records, Sincerely.
Sincerely?
All right. And
You do it sincerely too?
We do. It's on there.
Moonglow Sincerely? Okay,
And,
fine.
Our movie, the movie about the lives of the Persuasions, the interlives of the Persuasions. The movie is called
Spread the word.
Spread the Word, okay.
and it's
From the album, Spread the Word.
it's from the album Spread the Word.
That's
3
now on
years.
collectibles, that album. CD, right?
Yeah.
Spread the Word?
3 years the movie was big, 3 years in the making, and it's finished now. And hopefully we'll be watching it this year on
Well, we want that CD,
Yeah.
and we're going to feature it on one of the upcoming shows, definitely. I got to ask you a question. Now, you did Looking for an Echo was a big song. Kenny Vance, he wrote that.
Yeah.
Who recorded it first? Did you guys record it before he recorded it?
Yes.
You did. He gave it to you. He wrote it for you guys, right? And you did it. It was from one of your albums. You know,
Yes, we changed the words.
what was that? Late
See,
70s?
the words in the song said that he said was
You're in Brooklyn, yeah.
Erasmus.
Yeah.
Erasmus.
Erasmus High.
At that time, we didn't go to Erasmus. you know.
Yeah, I know.
It was, so we had to change it
changed
around
to
a
Brooklyn,
bit.
yeah.
Instead of Flatbush, we were like Fulton Street. We were going
Fulton Street in Brooklyn, yeah.
So we changed the name around.
I go down Flatbush every Wednesday night. I got the radio show there,
he's,
talking to Joe
on
about it. Tillery Street.
That's right.
Tillery and Flatbush there, you know, Board of Education.
Yeah.
We do. You guys got to stop in. When you get to
definitely
CD too, you stop in that, you know. And I love your version of that. I wish it would have got a little more publicity,
Yeah, on it,
I
yeah.
think, on that, you know. Any big shows coming up in the area that people come out and see you?
Well, they can come and see us at the 5 spot.
That's in New York.
That's in New York.
On, what day is that?
I don't have that.
That's July.
Well, you let me know, and they can get in touch through the program here about. You got a phone number, so they could call. I'm sure there are a lot of people here who have clubs who want to use the Persuasion. They work. These guys, you like to work, right?
Well, you can call. You
could come see us next 2 weeks. We'll be at the Norway Blues Festival.
Okay. Is there a number that they can get in touch with you? No, a number for you guys. Say somebody wants to book you.
Somebody wants to do 718.
We'll put this right on the screen. 718. Get Jay.
768
768
7582.
7582.
212-581
581.
6900. Headline Talent.
Headline talent.
Plan 9.
Vito Picone?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Or they could call Ronnie I Productions.
Sure.
At 201-365-0049. We're going to take a break. Can we come back with a song and end the show?
Sure.
Wonderful.
got
A
it.
very special guest tonight here on Jersey Spotlight, the Persuasions, and we'll be back in a minute. And we are back with a very special guest tonight, the Persuasions. Guys, I could ask you a million questions, but a couple more, and then we'll be treated to Persuasion-style singing, okay? First of all, we'd like to dedicate this, I know, to Toubo, the memory of Toubo. Wonderful. Toubo passed away a couple of years ago.
Toubo, and to tell Jimmy, our bass singer, Herbert, get well, Jim.
Yeah, Jimmy, I'm sure he will get quick. Okay, you came from parts of the country. You guys settled in Brooklyn.
Yes.
You had a common bind. You met. You liked vocal harmony.
Yes.
You liked the sound. Was there any groups that came to mind at that time? I know you sing in, I'm sure the Heartbeats and groups like that, but was there any particular group that you didn't pattern yourself after anyone? Because I know your sound was kind of unique, and it was...
Like Jerry, he wasn't into groups.
No.
See, I think what happened is that we just came with what we had. Everyone brought something to make this like one sound. I don't think we patterned ourselves after any.
Well, you had the experience singing with a group in the late '50s. You know, I mean, the group. Jerry, you knew him before you formed the group, and no.
No, we didn't know each other.
You knew when you heard his voice that he was your lead singer. You knew that. Right away, you knew that.
We used to live in the same community, and we used to play sandlot, football and basketball, and he's always was singing on his own end.
Okay, when you first started, was there any group that you really admired their sound, and you know, besides the Temptations, I know.
Yeah, Temptation. Well, to me, I had the ones I admired were the Dixie Hummingbirds and the Soul Stirrers, Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirrers. Those were my idols.
Well, I think that what makes you so unique. You did Acapella. It was a fusion. You took gospel, you took pop, you took R&B, and you put it all together with the sound, with no help, no instrumentation.
That I attribute most of that to Jerry, because he had sort of like, well, he had his own style. I had mine. He had his. Jimmy had his. So we just pulled them all together and just came up with a Persuasion sound.
Yeah, and we thank God for that. Believe me, we thank God for that
I heard
because
somebody else say that, I heard a lady say that last week in California. She said, "Thank God for the Persuasions." But that's the name, Persuasions, because it came from the Bible. If you remember, Christ had to persuade people to follow his teaching.
That's right.
So what better name for us to get people behind us if we're going to sing without a band? I mean, persuasion. So we had to persuade, and we're still persuading. When we started, there was only one acapella group, really, and that was the Persuasions, because people was telling us it couldn't be done. Now we got 467 acapella groups in the United States.
Yeah, but-
Acapella Society.
Yeah,
All over the world.
all over the world, yeah,
You know, so I feel real good about it.
Well, you know, you guys started it, and when they speak of number one, number one is right here. Would you treat us to a song now before we leave the airways? Beautiful.
Bassman, give me that.
In the still of the night.
In the still of the night.
Wonderful. Our special guest tonight, the Persuasions. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you again. On behalf of my partner, TommyPetillo, BJ, myself, best of luck. And remember, a new CD comes out.
It's out
We wanted to
now.
hear.
Yes.
Okay? We'll see you next week.
All right.
Good night, Tommy. Say good night.